going live for real. Okay. Anybody who saw that happen, I'm sorry. But you know what you know what the deal is by now.
Oh yeah.
Okay. Um so this is really good timing because my girlfriend's just about to take the dogs upstairs right after I start. So you're gonna hear a lot of dog noises and steps and all kinds of wonderful things in the background. But I'm gonna start
It
anyway
just it
because
just adds to the ambiance.
yeah, because fuck them. That's why. All right. Um, so you guys wake up in the room you laid down in probably just a couple of moments ago. You guys were probably asleep for only a couple of minutes. First, let's see, who woke first?
It was Zamra and Lucian, probably.
I think it was Zamra, then it was Lucian.
Yep.
Lucian, you're going to go first, and then we'll go in the order of everyone else waking up. You'll have probably a couple of seconds, maybe a turn in initiative order.
Well. What?
What do you do when you wake up?
I sit up, lean my head in my hands, and just hang my feet off of the side of the bed, and just kind of sit there.
Zamra rolls over a moment later. She reaches out and grabs you by like the collar of your shirt with one hand, and the other hand she reaches to grab your hand, and she just pulls you over to her, and she pulls you close and kind of looks into your eyes for a moment. Oh dear. Lucian, is that you?
Yes, I couldn't imagine why it wouldn't be.
Well, I mean, you know what just happened on the other side. It was terrifying.
I can't say I remember much. I remember the tavern, and then not much else after that.
That makes a lot of sense, actually. Well, something on the other side killed you. And then you disappeared, and then there was some other version, some other creature that was pretending to be you. I mean, do you remember that a couple of moments before you fell?
No, I don't remember.
That's... Guess that makes sense. Dreams are like that. And I think... Was it Zazie or Rose next? I think it was Rose, right?
Rose.
Rose.
Okay, Rose. Your eyes open. What do you do?
Mm-hmm. I'm going to sit up and check on Lucian and Zamra. Like, are you okay? That got a little rough and I don't like it. That's to both of them.
I'm okay. Lucian seems okay too.
Alright. How are you feeling? There's only one of you, right?
Yes. I don't remember what everyone seems to be talking about.
That maybe for the vest? Something not quite right tried to take over for you? How are you feeling physically? Because I don't know how much that's going to transfer over.
That is a
Which-
good question.
So,
Because-
everybody physically right now just feels tired. You will all likely take a level of exhaustion. Anything that you did in the Dreamlands, as far as psychologically goes, any spell slots that you've used, anything that you've done that requires any energy like that, even if you were a fighter or something along those lines, will be gone when you wake up, until you've taken the appropriate rest time. However, all of your physical health stats will remain untouched. Your body doesn't, get affected by it. Also, any dread that you had lingering will remain until the appropriate event occurs for the dread to be removed.
Okay.
Which for the first 2 levels of dread is just a night's rest. It's the first 2 levels of dread function a lot like exhaustion.
Okay.
Kind of perches on that desk then.
Another quick question. So evil Lucian took quite a bit of damage. Does that transfer or no?
No. None of the damage transfers physically at all.
All right, so I'm at full health then. All right, thank you.
Zazie.
Oh. Wakes up. Turns over on her side.
Before you ask, we're okay. Everyone's okay.
Okay. Okay. Is
Lucian can't
Lucian
remember.
himself?
He doesn't remember anything that happened.
Okay. Doesn't remember anything that happened, as in doesn't remember the whole stay, or doesn't remember
Just
the whole
last couple of
Lucian?
moments before we came back.
Okay.
Right before he fell, I guess, anyway.
Okay.
Probably from the time that the psychic disturbance happened and he was replicated. I'm not really sure how that happened. What do you think that was?
I don't fucking know.
Was it the bar or
Um,
the slime creature or that thing on the ceiling?
It's probably that. Either whatever cloned Kovanen or the thing on the ceiling. I'm not sure.
It could,
That's
yeah,
true,
it
that
could have
was-
just been
That
from
was
the
the
nightmare.
Covenant thing, yeah.
We got the book back to the guy. He said we'd only be welcome back if we brought the actual Lucian back with us. But that means we would need to physically go into the Dreamlands. Lucian can't go into the Dreamland. He doesn't have a dream self anymore.
How
From
do
what
you
I
know-
understand.
How do you know this? Do you mean like part of
That's what the guide told me, I
It's-
think.
so tragic? Did like part of him die? Will it affect him somehow here?
I don't know.
It's
I don't know.
terrifying.
Hold on, am I normal again? Do I look normal?
Yeah, you look normal.
And I was asking. So was asking her friends.
I mean, yes, you look normal.
Okay. Thank God.
Yeah, you're no longer a little red bug.
I had a fucking tail.
You had
hear-
a tail. I didn't notice.
You hear like click click,
Tiny.
and the door kind of. How's everyone doing in here? Oh, it's outside. Heard some words.
Boss.
How you doing?
Ask me that in the morning. I'm still processing everything.
All right. I'm pretty sure that
How long?
what are you saying?
I was just asking how long we were gone.
I mean, it's only a couple of minutes on my side. How long were you gone over there?
Mm,
About a day.
yeah, barely a day.
Shit got weird. I'm gonna have a lot of questions in the morning.
Why isn't Kovanen waking up? Go and I poke him.
So Kovanen, some point when you're on the other side, we didn't actually distinguish how long you were going to be there or what you were going to do. What's Kovanen doing in the Dreamlands?
Well, he just stood around for a moment taking in the sights before willing himself to wake up.
All right. Well, then you wake up.
Are you awake?
All right, you lot. I'm just going to wait outside. If you need anything, just come and get me. All right.
Right, just give us a minute.
I'll shut the door.
Lucian is Lucian again. He doesn't remember anything about the evil Lucian. I don't think he's evil anymore.
And runs a hand through his hair. Well, I suppose that's all the best. How's everyone feel? I feel fine. I didn't get any of that beat up. I guess I feel fine. I'm not a bit tired.
I don't know. Weird.
Of course it's weird. He brings his feet up under him in the chair to sit on his feet. All right. So, the priest of the Old Faith said that we couldn't come back with Lucian unless it was the real one. And of course, if we are to go forward with our plan, we're probably going to need to go back, because we need that book. I certainly can't remember that formula from memory. I barely knew what it would look like when I was looking at it. So that's something we'll have to discuss with...
I'm still the only one that can read it, I would imagine.
I can
Well,
read
yes,
it
but
a little
I
bit.
could...
At least I was
Like I
able
said,
to
I-
a little bit at the.
Right.
All right. This is gonna sound strange coming from me, but how many books on the Dreamlands are there in here? Reality. The not Dreamlands, where we are currently. What do I call that? No,
What, you
The
mean
waking world.
The waking world?
the waking world.
Just
Thank you.
the world? Eberron?
It's been a weird night.
Sure.
I don't know. I've never counted all of them, so I don't know how to answer.
But there are books that exist in our world about the Dreamlands.
Probably.
I suppose in the morning we could ask Katara or someone.
Oh God, the morning. We'll figure out whether you guys are going to jail or not.
Oh man, that
What?
should be really
Oh, right.
interesting.
I forgot about that. I thought that was days ago. But it wasn't. Funny.
It just feels like it. All right.
Well, I imagine if
Sure.
we had stayed there for months and then came back having forgotten about it.
Maybe it just worked out for the best. It would have been very awkward if we were there for, well, what would that be? 8? Was it weeks?
8 weeks? Something to that effect, yes.
8 weeks. I probably wouldn't have. I mean, of course, for me the trial would be fresh in my mind to some degree after 8 weeks, but the fine
No,
details.
I would have forgotten about it completely.
Yeah.
I had already forgotten about it.
Well, I'm completely comfortable with just going back to sleep here. If the rest of you just want to stay in this room, we can all just get some rest. Kind of recover.
I think for my own peace of mind, I'm gonna go claim my own bed. Besides, it's already got my shape in it.
I don't know if I can get back to sleep just yet. might head down to the library.
All right. Lucian, do you just want to go back to our room, or do you want to stay in here?
Yes, I think Rose has the right of it. Our indents are definitely more comfortable than this bed here.
All right. Well, I guess I'm just going to head back that way now. If any of you need to talk about something, I'll talk to you in the morning, okay?
Yeah, let's get some hopefully dreamless sleep. I don't know if I want to wish anybody good dreams at the moment.
Yeah, definitely could use
Rest well. Then.
a bit of dreamless sleep, as you said. All right, I'm going to head back. And she kind of just rolls over Lucian and pops off the side of the bed, steps out past Voss, and makes her way back to her own room.
Conan stands up from the chair, a little tentatively. Lucy, you don't remember anything of what was said.
No.
How do you feel when you look at us? Bitter about anything?
What was your last question?
Bitter about anything? Hard feelings?
No, not at all.
Alright, I was just wondering if those sort of feelings would linger, even though you don't remember the... Well, you got stabbed. I stabbed
okay, that
you.
wasn't me. That was you.
No,
I
I
mean,
stabbed
two-
him. I did not stab you.
Yeah.
I stabbed him.
Actually, no,
Again.
you didn't stab me. In either form. No, we. There
You
was a
mean
moment
by
of time,
again?
Lucian.
Has Kaponet stabbed you before?
Of course
No,
not.
no,
And
of course not.
No,
No.
not again, because I did not stab Lucian this time. I stabbed that other guy.
Oh no, I'm the one that kind of clocked you both with a moonbeam. Not that it was effective.
Oh, do you remember the moonbeam? When does your memory stop?
Somewhere in the tavern. I don't really remember much else after. The tavern is just a blur to me.
Okay, including the whatever it was trying to strangle me, or is that after where your memory stops?
I couldn't tell you, to be honest.
So,
I think you
I-
never got to meet Rod.
oh, poor Rod.
Either
He
something
finds
came
peace
over
with his
him
bones.
with his bones.
But just from what you said, it sounds like you switched from Dreamlands dreaming to regular dreaming. Is that what happens when you die in the Dreamlands? You go from regular dreaming to, well, you go from Dreamlands dreaming back to regular dreaming?
I don't know. I thought it just sent you back to the waking world, and you. If you were unlucky, you. Oh, yes. When you go back, sometimes you don't remember unless certain, I don't know, conditions are met. Certain something unlocked within you, however you want to say it. But, oh yes. Now that I actually remember my first trip there, I was once warned that. I think I was warned. I don't know. It's been so long. That if I wasn't careful, I would not remember. Even if I left under my own volition.
Maybe you should stab him. Again, apparently. That might make them remember.
I don't
Let's
know.
not stab anybody
If
tonight.
I don't know if I want him to remember. That was, I don't know, it was just mean. Sorry,
That's-
Lucian. Everybody was just so mean to the person that wanted us to think he was you. He was
To
sort
be
of
fair,
mean
he
to
was
us.
also kind of mean to us.
Right, yes. Well, I'm feeling a bit restless, even though I'm also a bit exhausted. I don't know. Might walk around a bit. Lucy, do you need anything?
I think, um, I think I just need some rest. Honestly, I'm not really enjoying the fact that I can't remember anything.
Well, it wasn't much time. Unfortunately, you remember most of it. I think if you remember everything up until the tavern, the Nightmare Storm and the aberration bodies and the right.
Yes, I can't believe we lost out on all those bodies.
No, there'd been an opportunity to make more. Maybe we can find something similar on this side of the Dreamlands. That being said, definitely go get some rest. Go curl up with Zamra. Don't think about this for the while.
All right. Well, good night, friends.
All right.
Good night.
Night.
Well, we can, of course, to your point, Rose, find books about it and read them. Figure some things out. We do have. I don't want to talk to Boss about it. Well, let's
Okay,
speak to the
to be
lady.
fair, Voss is on the other side of the door. He's probably
Well,
overheard a
I'm
fair bit.
all the way over here. Well, he already knows a lot. That's not what I told him.
If you're wondering if I'm
Enforcement.
eavesdropping, I'm not.
Of course not. I'm all the way at the north side of the room.
Uh-huh.
All right, you lot seem like
Was
you're
that
doing all
through the
right for the
door?
night. I'm gonna go on, step off from my own quarters, and I'm gonna get a bit of sleep myself. So, good night.
Night,
right.
Voss. Or, actually, question. This is more for Waffle than Kovanen.
Okay.
Do we know his name is Kin, or are we still calling him Voss? Because I do not remember that as a point of conversation.
I don't know who I've said, here's your name is Ken, to, but I keep saying that in the middle of a conversation and then going back to calling him Voss anyway. So, I don't know, maybe.
Okay. So unless he corrects me, I'm calling him Voss. So, alright.
Voss, that's the name of a bottle of water.
Well,
So you two, where's Daisy come back with you two, by the way? Where is she?
oh, no, she wasn't with us when we woke up. Dio was Daisy. Daisy went to sleep with us in the room because she started
did.
the
So
ritual thing.
Daisy, where she was at the foot of the bed on the trunk, there is this crystalline egg or crystalline egg-shaped object still there. That was what she had used, or what seemed that she had used to teleport everyone there. It's still there, and it still has a bit of luminescence to it, but it doesn't seem to be glowing with the intensity that it was when you closed your eyes. However, Daisy is not back.
I don't know. I sort of lost track of Daisy long before we were in the tavern fight. I don't know where she was or what to do with that. He says, pointing at the egg thing.
I think
Can,
we should just leave it for Daisy.
Well, I mean, if not, Rose is gonna pick it up. Why is Voss in my bed?
Well, I don't know what to do with it. I don't know what moving it or shaking it does.
Oh.
So, I'm not going to tell you to do anything with it. I can't stop you.
I think it might be a good idea to put it in a proper bed. Maybe. You two aren't going to bed anytime soon. So, I guess
Maybe not.
Not
I'll
really.
take it with me unless it, tries to hurt me.
Well, take it with you. See if it tries to hurt you.
Rose will pick up the egg. Concerned.
It seems to have a resonance to it. It almost vibrates, like a low-pitched hum that you can feel more than you can hear.
Sort of like a cat's purr, I'm guessing? That kind of frequency?
More like a tuning fork, but at like a low pitch, so low that you can't hear it.
Okay.
When you pick it up, it's almost like you can hear the sound of vibrations, but underwater.
To the crystal. Rose is just gonna say, "Hey, Daisy, if you can hear us, we're all back at the manse."
You know how
Oh,
slowly
cool.
she's hearing that, right?
Probably. but
Probably
she
nigh
gets the intention.
unintelligible.
She'll get the intention, hopefully. So, anyway, you two have a good night. Get some better rest than those 2 minutes just were. I'll see y'all in the
Oh
morning.
yes, all of that happened. No wonder I'm tired.
Night, y'all.
Good night.
Good night.
Well, I don't know if I want to speak to the lady just yet. It's honestly sort of embarrassing that we are back so soon, right after she sent me away.
Yeah. Never mind. It can wait. I'm
Sure.
gonna be in the library.
All right. Whenever you're right. Bye-bye.
Bye. And I go curl up in the library with the book.
What book are you reading?
I'll try to find. I'll browse a little bit to try and find one about the Dreamlands.
Okay.
But if I don't find one, within like 10 minutes, I'll just read a book I already have.
Give me an investigation
guess.
roll.
$17.
Okay. So you don't find what you're looking for, specifically. There are a couple texts that seem to be more, not on the academic side of things. They're more of like folklore and stuff like that. You can read them if you want, but you weren't able to find anything like a Dreamland Britannica or something along those lines. So, what do you do?
I guess I'll read some of the folklore ones.
Okay. So as you read, it's about a Fey spire that was in the Land of Dreams. Talks about how the different spires existed, touching different realms, and this one specifically touched Dalcor, which is, the dreamland, or the world of dreams. It's the place that humans and people that sleep, where they go to when they sleep, orcs and whatnot. And the Dreamlands is basically the dream within the Dreamlands. And it talks about people traveling between the two places. That then something happened, and the moon was stolen from the sky, and people could no longer travel between this spire and the Dreamlands. And when this happened, there was a conflict then between the spirits of the dream, not the Dreamlands, but the Land of Dreams, between the people of Dalcor and this Fae Spire, that caused a lot of unrest. It tells about battles between them and I guess like the lineage, and it's all kind of written in epic poetry. It's very verbose and drawn out, and kind of in a dialect that you can read, but you're not exactly familiar with.
In the lineages, is there anybody with the last name of Ardwest and or Relgare?
No, all the last names seem to be in a language that you aren't familiar with.
Okay.
So.
I'll put that book away for later.
Yeah. Kovana, what are you doing?
Kovanen will get up and make his way towards his room, cautiously, in case the lady is standing around in the hallway by chance, or has her bedroom door open. He's hoping to sneak in since,
Roll perception as you are traveling past her rooms. Which way do you use to go by her rooms also?
Well, I was here, so I went
Okay, so you left
this way.
the side bedroom, walked through the living room and into the balcony of the grand vestibule.
Yeah, so I guess I would stop right here at the door first to see if her door's open.
Get out of here, Bruce. And what was your perception roll?
It is 10.
10? You can't really tell what's going on in the room at all. You don't hear any sounds.
Well, okay. He will tiptoe to his bedroom door and open it up. Step on in.
Okay.
Any confrontations?
No, your room seems to be empty and calm. Do you have any lingering dread?
Let me see.
I don't have it C marked on your token. Rose, how many dread did you have, Rose?
Oh, I had a fear of the Harad ooze, which I suppose is gone because he's dead.
Um.
That's what my note says. Fear of the Harad ooze.
Okay.
The blood ooze.
So,
Bone ooze, excuse me.
you don't see him, so the fear appears to be gone.
Okay. Well, then the answer to your question is no.
Rose, did you have one or two?
I think I just had one level of dread, but if somebody remembers better than I do,
That sounds right.
thought I had it marked, but I don't see it, so...
Yeah, it was just the one from seeing Kovanen's shadow self.
Yeah.
Zazie, did
Kovanen.
you have any dread?
I do not think I did.
Lucian, you had
Actually,
two?
no, I did have dread from the book. I don't remember how much,
Okay.
but I had dread.
Yeah, you had one level from the Pentecotic manuscripts, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
Lucian, you had two.
Yeah.
They were both from the last attack on you. They would still be lingering at some capacity or another. You will lose one of those tonight as
Okay.
you sleep. Okay. So, everyone gets a long rest. Go ahead and take care of that on your character sheets.
If Govanen were to, say, spend, the first... Wait, how long can he stay there? He wants to spend some time in the glade, in the key, pardon,
Sure.
just to find his center again, calm down.
So, what does it look like when you use the key?
Well, he'll walk over to his desk and take out the key from the inside of his vest pocket. Slap it down onto the desk of his palm. On top of it, close his eyes and just picture it. He will simply poof away and disappear, leaving the key on the desk, and pop back into existence in the little nature bubble of the glade that is the interior of the key. He can hear his real world surroundings but not see them. And he will simply stay there for a little while to rest and calm down. He has his art supplies there. Anyone who's seen his room or studio lately, most of his stuff isn't in there anymore. He's been taking it back there a little bit. I forget who was in the room, but he wants to describe it. I mentioned that he was moving some stuff around. He's not going to touch any of it right now. He's just going to chill out. I can stay in for 6 hours.
Okay. I need everybody to check their personal messages on Discord. You may or may not have one. Okay. As everyone sleeps, Rose, I need you to make a save using whatever your casting stat is. So charisma save.
All right. I am so glad I have a +8 because that is a 10.
10. Okay.
Well, you rolled a yeah, let's say instead of 2. Okay.
So you are in your dreams. As you're dreaming, you keep walking up to a door, and every time you try to open a door, it descends a staircase. And as you look down the staircase, you can see, well, roll history.
It's going to be a fun one. You did a... It's a 2.
You can see this forest of towering trees, dusk on the horizon, and some mountains off in the distance. And there seems to be, at some point down the steps, a temple floating in the sky, and then another longer staircase that descends to the point where you can no longer see it into these towering trees.
Like the temple is floating? Just like free floating?
In the sky, yeah.
And if I'm given a choice, I'd probably actually go down into the forest.
Okay.
Unless,
No,
it
you
does
absolutely,
not
you absolutely can. So,
Yeah.
we'll come back to that. Zazie, do you go to sleep?
Yeah, she'll eventually fall asleep, probably in the chair. She'd have brought in a blanket from somewhere. But ooh, I can't hear anyone. Let me disconnect and reconnect.
No one's talking.
Speak.
No one was talking.
Okay. What?
Okay, so you do what now? One more time.
She'd fall asleep in the chair. She'd probably have brought in a blanket from somewhere else, but she'd have fallen asleep in that chair.
Okay. Zazie, I need you to make a roll. With intelligence.
Wait, was it supposed to be a save?
Make an int save.
Okay, then it's a +6 instead of a +2. So, 15 plus 6.
Which is
21.
That's a
Let me
Um,
get a
21.
calculator.
it's 21. 21.
so you,
Okay, 21.
Yeah, you go to sleep in your own personal little quarry dreamland and sleep soundly for the entire night.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. Lucian. Yeah. Lucian, I need you to make a roll. You can either make a spell casting roll or a Yogg-Sothory roll.
20.
20. Okay. Lucian, you are in mist. It's gray, and you see in the house, the walls, you're able to walk through them, and you see this glade appear in the house. It's not part of the house, but you can see that you're able to travel to it. You can see Kovanen sitting there doing whatever it is that he's doing. And you scream, and he hears you. Kovanen, I need you to make a... Let's just roll perception.
Hmm? All right. I would have been pretty out of it, and if you think not thinking to actually listen to anything, pretty passively, one might say. But 18.
All right. So, you can see off in the distance, the shape of a person, and you can hear it yelling your name. What do you do?
Oh goodness. Seeing a humanoid shape off in the distance, he is suddenly very attentive, no longer lost in his thoughts. Sits up straight, and then hearing it scream his name at him, like he's sitting down on the ground, on like some really old flat stones, a nice green grassy glade. I'm sure there's like a little creek nearby or something. It's so peaceful. But he crawls, scampers away back away from the noise. Is now like his hands gripping the dirt. Hello?
Kovan.
Lucian, I need you to make a... athletics check.
Athletics? All right. 11.
Okay. This is going to be at +6. Matched. Okay. Contested on athletics checks. Who wins? If it's a tie. Well, let's roll off
Well,
again.
you said didn't you say yours was a +6?
Oh, I'm sorry. It is +6. What am I thinking? Yeah. Lucian and Kovanen, you see this figure. Something in the mists just wraps around the figure and rips it out of your sight, and you can no longer see it. Lucian, this experience seems to end, and you are no longer aware of what was just happening.
Okay.
Bruce, get the fuck
But where
off.
was like? so like where was this figure? So just like in the distance, kind of floating into a misty nothing, or like on the ground.
It was in the nothing. If you were to just like walk off the edge of the, your floating platform that you're on, there's just nothingness.
Right.
It was in the nothingness. It was like almost like a door opened and there was just smoke pouring through it. And it coalesced into the shape of a person.
Ronan will disappear in a little swirl of autumn-colored leaves, reappearing at the edge of the platform, using his face step, standing to look to see what that person or thing was. That they're gone, right?
Yeah, it's gone. Your perception roll was high enough to see it, but not high enough to identify it.
All right. Okay, he's leaving the key. He's gonna go back to his bedroom now. Back to reality. Since it's the only place that he's not even safe there. He's just gonna lie to himself and say that he's nice and safe in the real world. And wake up in his bedroom again. Pretty weirded out.
So, Rose, what seems like for fucking ever has went by, and you have traveled down so many steps, one after another, until you came to this temple that was just floating there. And there is a fire.
Even though she took the forest path?
What's that?
I thought she took the forest path.
There's only
Did
one
it
path.
route her to the temple anyway? Okay.
The temple is on the path that leads down. You have to go through it to get to the steps that lead into the forest. We'll call it a gatehouse.
Okay, that makes sense.
So you pass through the staircase gatehouse, so to speak, and you walk in, and there are two priests sitting in there, completely still. One looks up at you slowly.
I'm sorry to intrude.
Do you
Do I
wish to
recognize
enter
them?
the Dreamlands?
Atal?
No. He is,
Okay.
and he points off into the distance, an author.
Alright.
Folds his hands in front of him.
I'm not entirely too sure I want to go back at the moment, but this is the only path forward.
You may return. Or you may proceed. However, if you wish to proceed, you must answer a few questions first.
Fair warning, I'm not the smartest person, so feel free to ask.
So we'll expedite this process. Give me either performance or persuasion rolls. Give me 7 of them.
7, okay. Oh, they're both +2, so. That's right, they don't roll individually. Two, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Highest is a 22, lowest was a 5. And then you see them in the thing. The first one was a 14,
Okay.
if it's off your screen.
So how many rolls
Shit,
above
the
20 do you
is
have?
in?
Above 20?
Yeah.
Just one.
Okay.
Which
That was a
a
natural 20.
Wasn't that 20? So that could count as 2.
Okay.
So after you discuss with him and his partner for a very long period of time, you wake up the next morning and don't remember anything. You don't even remember being there.
Interesting.
So, that is the rest of your sleep. Zazie sleeps soundly. Zamra is going to sleep fitfully. Lucian had his weird little nightmare. I think that's everyone.
Suppose so.
All right, so the night turns over without incident. Everyone wakes up the next morning.
All right.
From their trance or whatever.
Is the egg still there, or is it?
Did you bring it with you into your
Gone.
room?
Yes.
Yeah, it's still there. Yeah, duh. What am I saying? Of course you did.
All right. Please be safe. Like, I know she can't hear me, but I'm still talking to the egg like she can.
Who? To to the cat?
Daisy. Yes.
Oh god, that's so silly. Yeah.
Right.
You have no response.
Yeah. All right.
Well, Kavanen will prepare himself for the day. Not really knowing what's gonna happen. Oh, the trial. He remembers the trial again because he forgot again. He will dress in something casual but nice, just in case they must go out and address whatever instead of his armor, and then kind of meander around slowly, like taking the scenic route through the house downstairs towards the breakfast table.
Okay. As you get downstairs, breakfast is being served. A servant drops off a plate of rashers and some hash off to you, and a cup of coffee or tea, however you normally take it. And the same for anybody else that joins you guys. Is there anyone else that is going to do something other than go get breakfast right now?
Rose will check on Felt and Rebecca. See if they actually managed to get any sleep, or if they are still buried in paperwork.
So, I think Felt actually left to go meet Lucky.
Okay, he did leave already? He
Yeah.
wasn't waiting for the outcome of the trial?
Right.
Okay.
He had an emergency call from Lucky, and he needs to go represent him because Lucky did
Somewhere
something
in-
really dumb and is basically being arrested in your hometown.
Yep.
So he went to go help him.
Yeah.
Rebecca, however, if you go to find them, she will be sleeping on the couch back there. You see on the desk that Felt had been using that she had been using that as her writing desk. And there is the standard scribe type materials there.
Mm-hmm. Hey, Rebecca. Time to wake up.
Okay.
Breakfast.
Yeah. I'm okay. I'm just gonna try to get a little bit more sleep. I had the strangest dreams last night.
I think the feeling's mutual. All right.
Wait, what
You
were
know where
your
to find
dreams about?
breakfast. I just weird stuff. I don't even remember half of them.
Oh, I remember mine very vividly. It was not cool.
Uh-oh. No tentacles, I hope.
Why would why would you say that?
One part that I do remember, being strangled by something with tentacles. Don't ask me.
That sounds like
Why?
a horrible dream.
Yeah,
Mine was
kind of slimy too.
it was raining. And it just kept raining. And it started to flood, and then this huge tidal wave just came rushing across Fairhaven, and I just remember the last thing I was thinking. I wonder if I can hold my breath. And that crashed over me and I woke up. And then you were there. But I do remember
Sorry
seeing something under the water. But I can't remember.
Huh? Yeah.
Anyway, now that the sun's up, I feel like I'll be able to sleep a bit better. So, thanks, but
There.
not right now. Okay?
All right. Find someplace sunny.
When Zazie comes down for breakfast, she'll bring the book she found. And Kavanin, have you read this book before?
Almost certainly not. Which one is it?
It is this one. And I show him the title.
Oh, it's this one. No, I haven't.
It's a bit more about fables. I'd want to say, less of a scientific thing, but it's about the Dreamlands.
Oh.
Talked about a tower.
It's a spire, dear. It's a face spire.
Yeah.
From Thelanis.
Is that the lady?
Yes, it's her. She
Yeah, I don't
reaches.
know what a face spire is.
May I take a look at this one? I haven't looked at this one in years.
I'll hand it over to her.
Thank you very much, dear. She starts flipping through some of the pages. So she translates the title for you, which is in a different language. The title means The Land of the Fating Dream.
Okay.
The land of the fading dream.
Fading. It's not a play on words. It's just fading. Like a dream that's fading. It's about the space. Sorry, just still waking up. It's about the Fae Spire.
And what is that?
Well, there
Yes, but it's
are specific
familiar.
Fae Spires for different planes of existence. And this one in particular is referring to the one of the fading dream.
I'm sure that would mean something to me if I actually knew what a Fae Spire was in the first place.
sort of sounds familiar to me, though I can't quite place it.
She just looks at you and kind of holds eye contact with you for a bit.
Which one of us?
Kavanen.
Well, tell us about it then.
You can take your time and read it later if you really want to. It's a bit of a dry read for my tastes. I'm not really
I'm
a huge fan of the epic poetry from that era. It's a bit long-winded, if you ask me.
Suppose I should do a bit more reading than I currently do. I have a library at my disposal anyway, so yes, Ozzy, once you're done with it, I'll take it off your hands and read it.
I mean, I finished it last night, so.
Oh.
Here you go.
Well, I'm at breakfast. Okay, I'm at breakfast right now, but I'll take it.
That didn't tell me what a face fire was, though.
Perhaps I'll read the book and tell you.
Well, the Face Spires... I don't want to do a big dump of information on us while we're eating breakfast, but I can give you a brief explanation. Face Spires are points in existence, I guess you could say, within Thalanis, and they represent different domains of different Archfey. The one that you're reading about there in particular seems to be lost.
Kind
She-
of like
Just starts eating and seems to become disinterested and stop talking about it.
Well, I suppose I suppose I'll learn more once I finish the text.
my
Um,
God.
Thalanis.
I don't know what that is.
Do I know what that is? I don't think I know it.
I've
Well,
heard of it.
anyway, there's something about the trial.
I kind of wish Felt hadn't taken off already. What time are we expecting a verdict? Does anybody
I
remember?
think they were going to send someone to us.
Wait, Felt left. We're not done with him. What if we have to go back?
I
Yeah,
mean,
I think you got an emergency call that took precedence. We're pretty much done.
that's what I was about to say.
There's nothing you can do once verdict.
Yeah, he's gone, and I mean, Zamra looks at Lucian. I think we're going to be okay. I just have a good feeling about it. I mean, of course, things could go wrong, but you never know.
Oh, Kavana, when you got a moment, I've got a question for you.
Of course.
So,
You will find a moment later.
nothing pressing.
Button looks around the table. Then back to the lady. Perhaps we should speak about the events of last night? Yes?
Sure. I mean,
Hmm.
I think the cat is out of the bag now, so to speak. If you want to speak about it with me openly, I'm here. No time like the present.
The cat's out of the bag.
Oh wait, where is she?
She's
Should've gone
still
out with-
asleep in that egg. Or
What egg?
wherever. You don't remember the egg from last night? When we woke up, the crystal egg that... Never
That was
mind.
Daisy's.
It was in the same place she went to sleep in. That's all I know.
That egg isn't Daisy's. It's actually part of the artifacts of the house. Technically, I guess you could say it belongs to Kovanen. Now that you're the lord of the house. That's your egg.
Good to know, I suppose. What is this? What is this egg?
Well, it's an egg that allows the user with the proper knowledge to transport themselves and or several other passengers directly into a specific place in the Dreamlands. So,
Oh,
Okay.
in consciousness only.
right, it takes you there in your dreams. So, sounds like Daisy used it to take you there. But Daisy's a
Yes.
cat, and she doesn't need to use the egg to go there. Certain cats have the ability to travel back and forth between the Dreamlands and the waking world simply by stepping into a occluded chateau, and then they are just there. It's very
So
strange.
is that why she seems to like show up whenever we need her? Or at random points?
She just nods.
You know, Daisy told me that in Dreamland's years, she's considerably old. Old? How do I say that? Old. That's weird.
So, do you want to talk about your experience, or are we just going to eat our breakfast and go on about it?
Well,
I've got a few questions about the Dreamlands in general. Kobonin couldn't really answer them, and neither could the
Well, anything I'm able
Y'all,
to
there's a lot-
answer, I'd be more than happy to answer. So,
I'm not fuzzy on the details of what's needed if someone were to need to go there physically. Who wasn't a cat? Her experience there was actually rather short-lived. It's nice.
well, I mean, it's better to be short-lived than short-dead.
That
I suppose it is.
nearly happened, unfortunately. I never want to see a squid for a while.
So, Lady Rogare, do you know what a Kalashtar is?
Sure. I've heard of your kind before. I've seen them. Although I can say it's a bit rare here in Corvair and in my other dalliances. Why do you ask?
I don't really know what they... I know I'm one. I don't really know too much more about that, and I haven't had a chance to ask Katara.
Well, I'm not really well acquainted with Master Katara, but I'm sure she'd be a good source of information if you have any questions, especially considering that she's one as well.
Yeah, I guess that much.
Oh, Katara is one, and she's not shared details with you yet.
No.
Though she is the sort to wait until you're ready.
Would you know why, Kalashtar, like, we don't go to the Dreamlands when we dream?
I mean, the same reason why many others of you don't go. From what I understand, the elves of this world don't go there because they were cut off from the Dreamlands by some breeding done by the giants. Something about using them as weapons to fight the quarry and keeping them out of there so that they couldn't be taken over in their dreams.
You say quarry. What is that?
The quarry are just the beings that are native to the plane of dreams. The plane of dreams that have you, not the land of dreams. I know it can get very confusing. They're two different places. Although they are connected by the Fae Spire that you're just talking about, the fading dream. That is a connection point between the two worlds. Or at least it is now.
You see, so we were just in the Dreamlands. There's the plane of dreams. Just separate.
Right. Do you really want to get into a big metaphysical lesson of cosmology right now? Because I'll do it, but I don't want to bore you with the
I'm
specifics.
incredibly intimidated by what you just said. But
I'll give you... Let me tell you a short story. I'll
I'm
keep
not
it
listening,
very
okay.
brief.
all right,
Pay attention. I'm not going to tell it again.
okay, I'm listening. I'm typing everything. I guarantee you.
So, at the end of the last war, as you know, something happened that caused the Mournlands to come into existence in the country of Siri. When this happened, it caused the Fae Spires to be locked. Because of this, the Fae Spire, specifically the one from the Dreamlands, Ter Lian Doresh, the Fortress of the Fading Dreams, was stuck there, and they were stuck there and lost forever to the plane of Dalcor. But it was an interstice between Dalcor and the waking world. Since then, the Land of Dreams has begun to form, I guess you could say, a scab over it, protecting our world from the interstice between Dalcor and the Land of the Dreams, which is Ter Lian Doresh. I know it's a lot of words, but just remember the Fortress of the Fading Dream. And basically, the Dreamlands are the land of the Fading Dream, or the lands of Dream and Dusk. There was a very powerful Archfey responsible for locking it away. She used all of the power that she had to lock it away, and with the help of 5 brave souls, they now have formed a barrier between us and them. She pops a piece of sausage in her mouth, chews and smiles.
I hear all of it. I think I understand. That seems like a lot to me. Seems like a
Yeah,
lot to me. Everyone is right. It'd be pretty important.
I didn't expect all that.
Yeah, that's...
Five brave sons.
So a quarry isn't inherently a monster?
I mean, that's a different story, and that's not one you want to get in with me. You go talk to your master about that. They can get into the distinctions of good and bad and evil and chaos and all of the other things between you and your little quarry dreams. It's not really my area of expertise.
Okay.
So she
Um.
primly wipes off her mouth. But the season is coming to an end, and I have many, many things to do. So, if there is anything that you need from me before I go this afternoon, let me know now. She pushes her chair out behind her, stands.
Then maybe I won't wait for a moment with Kavan, and I can ask both of y'all directly.
Go
Is
for
it possible for what we did last night to leak out to anybody else sleeping in the house? Or affect their dreams?
I mean, sure. If you were sleeping in the presence of the egg, you probably would be closer to the plane of dreams. You could obviously have that leak into your sleeping. And of course, you know, there's always opportunities for the Fae or the Quarry, if you're connected to them, to make their way into your dreams, but...
Well, I was more meaning Rebecca was downstairs in that little office next to the library and seemed to have had a unpleasant dream herself. I was just wondering.
It's the nightmares again. Do you remember?
Oh, after the. Yes, I believe I do remember. Some time ago. It was quite some time ago.
They're coming back, unchecked.
Oh, the nightmares.
Getting worse.
My lady, how much do you know about what's happening right now? Or was happening? Oh gosh, it's been so long. It's been another 8 hours or so. Oh, so much time has passed there. Goodness. Oh, about what was happening in the dreamlands. Speaking of nightmares.
Aye, that's a loaded question there, Kovanen. I don't think I have time. If you wanted to spend the afternoon with me, we could talk about it. But otherwise, I have business to attend to.
Right. Yes, of course.
She folds her napkin, sets it back on the table. All right, so that's last call. Does anyone else have anything before I go?
I don't know. I may come find you.
Well,
Um,
hopefully I'll be here and available. Yes, Zazie. She just kind of like rolls her neck a little bit and looks at you.
I had one last question, but I've forgotten what it is.
Save your
Oh, why'd you
questions
even
for your
say
master
it?
Katara. They're all in
It
the
wasn't
vein.
about Kalashtar or Quarry. It was about the Dreamlands, but now I can't for the life of me remember what it is.
Well, write it down, and next time you see me, you can ask me, dear.
It
I
was
will.
probably a lie.
That's a strange thing to say, but... All right. Well, I'm off.
Oh, I'm sorry. It's something my mother used to say when I was but a young lad. Every time I've forgotten something that I was going to say to her, she would say it was probably a lie and in jest.
Well, that probably says more about you than it does about Zazie. All right. I'm just kidding, Lucian. She walks out of the room, gives a quick wave, shuts the door, and leaves.
Very interesting woman.
One looks apprehensive.
Are you okay?
Well, I don't know. That gave me a lot to think about.
A lot to digest.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Well-
that's a lot.
Yeah. What's the plans for today?
Well, I
Yeah,
think
we
You
have
know, I don't
your
really
free-
care about today anymore.
Oh, I'm sorry,
I think
Kavanen,
Lucian
but
and I are...
today I stopped caring about you.
That sounds like something I should be telling you. Listen to how much you've grown.
Whatever.
Hey,
Um,
you have the day to yourself. I'm still waiting for the other shoe to fall. Hopefully, in our favor.
The other
I
tree to
think
fall.
we're all waiting for the other shoe to fall
What?
in our favor.
I believe the
shoe to
expression
fall.
is waiting for the other shoe to drop.
Fall, drop, it's the same word.
Well,
Well, you can,
kinda.
drop is an intent. You can things can fall on their own without having been dropped.
I guess so. I always think of it like falling is like when something just goes to the ground, but dropping is more like when it's intentional. But I guess it wouldn't be. I don't know. Well, I can't say. Anyway, Lucian, do you want to go and take care of some things? We can stop by the courthouse and see if the results are in. I don't know. Just thinking. I'm very worried.
They're not gonna
Sure.
send somebody?
Samra looks around. Would the rest of you like to come with us? Or is it more like we're going to break up and do our own things today?
No, I
Might as
really
well
think I
come.
should have some conversation with someone about the Dreamlands and.
We just had an opportunity
no.
to talk to her here. Why didn't you speak
I know.
to
I
her?
got nervous and I was afraid and terrified.
What are you afraid of?
Well,
She's like your sister, your wife or something. It's your mom.
wife?
Well, like the other one was like your mom, and this
was
one's more
gonna
like your
say-
sister or something.
Let's go with
don't ask me.
sister for the moment.
You can come with me to talk to Katara. She might be able to answer some things.
She looks at Lucian.
Or
You want to do that?
Not even slightly.
I mean,
well, I was more extending that offer to Kovanen.
all right, perhaps. Okay, you and Kovanen and Rose can all go to talk to Lady Katara, and perhaps Master Grimvor if he's there, and Lucian and I will go check on the results of the trial.
Warren puts his hands on the table, pushes his chair back, and stands up. No, actually, I think you and Sassy, you and Rose, or just you, Rose, do whatever you want. Go speak to Guitar. There seems like there's a lot on your mind the Guitar can answer for you. The lady can't. I think the lady has things that I can. I have questions that I believe the lady can answer. I'm still nervous
Come
about
on in.
speaking to her right now. But I feel like I really should before. She said the season was almost over. Maybe she's going to disappear. And another one's going to come. That's probably what she means. I should speak to her now. I'm sorry. I'm going to go.
All right, just remember to breathe.
And he goes.
All right. So we will now break off into our own little things here. Before we do that, I'd say this is a good time for us to take a bio break. If we're going to do the bio break, everybody ready for bio break?
Yeah, I could
Yes.
use a bio break.
You got to pee
I have
whether
a
you
cup.
like it or not.
I got a bottle right here. I'm good to go.
Oh God, we're on air, man.
You told us. You told us that. Never mind.
Okay. All right.
We may have needed that laugh, to be fair.
Yeah, I did actually really need that. Thank you.
I just pull out a desk drawer to be honest. And just
Oh God, I forgot about that joke. Okay. All right. So yeah, let's go do the bio break.
just pee in
And
the coffee maker.
yeah. Ew. The coffee maker. Yeah. Oh man. New York. All right, I'm gonna go pee though. Talk to you soon, guys.
Talk to you soon.
I've been peeing. No one. Okay.
By the way, the track you're listening to right now is called Boredom by Halisna. Thanks for listening.
God.
All right, it's been 10 minutes.
Golly, already?
Hey, I'm back.
I never
Gee
left.
willikers.
Gee Willikers! I'm the Willikers!
I got a bad case of the Willikers.
And it's dead.
Yeah, fuck Gee Willikers. It's dead now.
Never good myth.
Actually, I'm gonna grab one more thing. Be right back.
Okay.
Oh my god.
Oh my
This is his
god.
show. He's driving the school bus. He can take it wherever he wants.
Wouldn't that be like kidnapping in our case then?
I will
Windows
not
open.
be kidnapped again.
Windows open. You can leave whenever you want.
I don't know about y'all, but I'm kind of too chunky to be leaping through a bus window.
Your
My
problem.
hips would get caught.
It'll be like a Winnie the Pooh situation. Hopefully, you know, wearing pants though.
That's true. He is faceless when he does that.
Okay, none of them wear pants, so I do though, fortunately.
I want to Google the cast of Winnie the Pooh to see if that's true.
I am full Winnie the Pooh right now.
We didn't need to know that.
Except with shorts on. Ha! See what I did there?
Not only do
God,
none
I
of
hate
them,
him.
Call
none
me
of them
G.
wear
Willikers for
pants.
short.
Only Pooh wears a shirt. Nobody. No, looks like Roo, little kid kangaroo, wears a shirt.
Okay, and we're back.
Why is a kangaroo in the temperate American forest anyway?
Kangaroos in the temperate American forest. That would be cool. Invasive species, kangaroo.
Just
I mean, there are invasive camel species in West Texas and Arizona.
God, West Texas. All right, so we left off. The party was breaking off to go do their own little things. Feel free to pull your tokens onto the map.
where's my house?
Right here at number 3.
At the stables? Okay, I mean, oof.
Yeah, well, you
Looking
know.
at this legend number 5, the Pine Hill Inn. Have we ever been to the Pine Hill Inn?
Yeah, you guys went to the Pine Hill Inn in the Prelude.
I
Prelude.
think somebody moved the map because the numbers aren't lining up anymore. Unless the water barrel's in the middle of the river.
And
Let's
Midnight Alley is in a farm.
Well, don't worry. We're not going to worry about that right now. So,
Okay, done worrying.
yeah. It's because this map wasn't the map that was originally the one we used. Our friend Kovanen was kind enough to make us our own map. So,
Woo.
Ah, what a nerd.
yeah, what a nerd. Yeah, but what a good
It's
nerd.
my ass.
No, thank you.
Which it's a very beautiful map. We'll post it on the Discord
Beautiful
tonight.
ass, thank you.
If you guys want to join the Discord, you can just hit us up on our Instagram, which is Midnight Alley Podcast, easy to find. Shoot me a message, and I'll give you the link, and you can become one of our friends on our Discord, where we are currently growing, and we use it as a place where we're going to talk about Dungeons and Dragons and Cthulhu and all that stuff. Anyway, so
And you can have a conversation with your favorite member of the cast.
oh, true, yeah, duh,
Or
duh, which is cool too.
Or Lucian.
Or fucking great. God, zingers tonight, Kovanen. Man, I needed this shit. Okay, thank you for that.
Oh, we're
And
glad to help.
I'm also sorry, Lucian. All right, so let's
Are you,
let's start with the girl squad.
All right. I guess Rose will follow Zazie just out of lack of something better to do.
Yeah.
Also, there is still that potential killer on the loose. Maybe.
Oh, fuck. I
Maybe not?
forgot about that.
I mean, I think somebody's been arrested for that, but since Rose has not had a chance to verify and or ask questions, she's still going to under the assumption that maybe, buddying up is not a bad idea.
Oh my god, I forgot all about that. Holy shit. What Zazie? Yeah, Zazie forgot about it too, since I forgot about it. So, yeah, I'm just gonna take you to the library.
Which will be fun. Do Kovan and Zazie remember the conversation in the Dreamlands library, by the way?
Mm-hmm. I do.
Yeah, Rose is gonna get some shit, isn't she?
Well, Kovanen is trying to find the lady, so
Rose is fully expecting to get some shit, though.
So, the two of you make your way across campus to the library and then to the archives, which is the complex of buildings where the museum, the library, and the archives are. Where do you go?
First off, gonna get to the library, I'm gonna find Al.
Okay. So you do.
Hey Al, can you do a favor for me?
So you walk into the library. Al is at the front desk. He pushes his glasses up a little bit. Hi. Yeah. What can I do for you?
Rose here. And I pull her forward.
Oh God.
Um,
Hi.
She needs help with reading. Tell him exactly what you told me, and he'll take care of you, and you can get some help, okay?
Okay. Cool.
While you do that, I'm gonna go talk to Katara. You have fun, Rose.
He just kind of puts his hands in his pockets and walks up to Rose. Reaches his hand out. Hi, Rose. I'm not sure if we've formally met.
No, we haven't. I tend to avoid the library for obvious reasons.
It's not obvious to me. I've never met
just
you
gonna
before,
leave.
really. He
She's-
looks to his left and looks to his right, kind of like awkwardly.
I am Rose, one of Zazzy's friends.
He gives you like a really firm handshake. Nice to meet you. I'm Al. You can call me Lux. Some people do. Long
Works
story.
for me.
So, what is it that you need?
Apparently Zazzy thinks you can help with whatever is going on with my reading. And the letter's not staying still on the page.
He kind of opens his eyes really wide, looking down. Bites his lip a little bit, thinking. I don't know. I mean, I feel like that's I feel like it's something you might want to talk to one of the masters about.
Have you even heard of something like that though? Because I mean,
Yeah, definitely. But I don't. It's not really my area of of knowledge. It's I'm an assistant professor and I attend the library most of the time. It's not my it's not really my thing. I hate to say it, you might be able to take like a remedial course or speak with somebody in the Medica.
I didn't even know this was a thing that wasn't supposed to be happening for a while.
Yeah, I mean it's pretty uncommon for students at the university. So I mean it's hard to get here. It's hard to get here if that's something you're dealing with. So congratulations, I guess.
Yeah, I guess so. Guess that means I'm just that good for the team. Woohoo!
Yeah, he just
And-
kind of like opens his eyes, blows like a lot of air out of his mouth, and kind of like leans back. Whoa, yeah.
That being said, who do
Can't
you think I
imagine.
should talk to?
I honestly I don't even know where I'd begin with that one. Yeah, I'm sorry. I don't know. Maybe go talk to Lady Katera, Master Katera, Professor Katera. Oh, God.
Alright.
Yeah, Rose, it's a pleasure to meet you. I'd love to help you, but I don't think I'm your guy.
That's
If you want to know where a book is, I'll find it for you. If you need to sign something out, I teach some basic arcane courses. I can teach you some cantrips, probably. So,
I think I'm good on magic.
yeah,
Learned that from mom.
yeah.
That being said, I guess, I'll go upstairs and find Guitarra, and hopefully Zazie doesn't kill me for it.
Just kind of nods his head while you're talking. Okay. Well, you know where to go.
All right. Thanks, Phil. Not Phil.
Al.
Al. Sorry. That was player derp, not character derp.
Right. He nods and he just kind of sits back down in his chair and, props it back on its back 2 legs and picks up the book he had been writing in. And you can see him looking at a ledger to his left, and he seems to be transcribing something from one book to another.
Good luck, man.
All right, so Zazie, you go into Guitarra's office.
Yep, I'm going to Guitarra's office.
Okay. So you enter the office. Guitarra looks up. Please come have a seat. How can I help you, Zazie?
Hi. I closed
Hi.
the door behind me. Well, I recently just had a trip to the Dreamlands. Are you familiar with the Dreamlands?
She seems to be thinking a bit. You see her face. She's very tan, almost brown-skinned with white hair. Her eyes are, I believe we said violet, right? No, they were like a yellow-white,
Mm-hmm.
almost like a glowing yellow-white.
Yeah.
So you see her stare into your eyes with her eyes, and you feel a bit of a prodding. What do you do?
Is it similar to what I felt with the opening the third eye?
I guess it's similar. You probably have noticed her doing this during your training as well. It's almost like she's knocking on the door to your mind.
I'll let her in.
Okay. So you have a couple of moments of recollection of things happening while it seems like she's sorting through things that have happened. And she nods her head a bit. I want you to roll a history check to see how much you are able to remember as she's tracking through your memories. 12.
12.
Okay. So she gets the basic gist of everything that happened. Then you come back to yourself. You're standing at the entrance to the room. She's still sitting at the desk. I see. So, what are your questions?
Well, I was able to ask Lady Rogare some things about it. The Kalashtar and Quarry, and her explanation was long and a little bit confusing.
I can assure you, my explanation will be longer and probably more confusing.
Yeah, but I think I understand the gist of it.
It appears you have a very rudimentary grasp on how it works.
My main question right now is, what are Quarry exactly? Are they good? Are they bad? Are they monsters or angels? What are they?
Beings from another realm. From Dalcor.
I understand that, but
I will give you some reading to do. It will explain everything you need to know about Quarry and our relationship with the Quarry.
Okay.
I wasn't quite sure if you were ready to hear it. But it seems... She kind of cocks her head to the side a little bit and rubs her chin. She puts her finger across her lips for a moment, thinking. Seems you've changed a bit in a short period of time.
The Dreamlands were weird. I changed physically.
No, you don't seem to be afraid anymore.
Oh.
My proddings used to disturb you. You rejected me often before. Now you're searching out knowledge you previously hid from. It pleases me.
Well, your prodding is a bit better than some sort of eldritch horror demon creature trying to invade my mind.
She nods. Okay. Speak with Al on your way out.
Must I?
Yes, you must. Get a book on... Let's start with the history of Redra. And...
Okay, I'll write the list of books down.
And, Yes, some... Also ask him for a few complimentary volumes on Salona.
Okay.
She nods. Will that be all today?
Do you know if there's any like books on the Dreamlands, like scientific, not fiction, fairy tale, fable, folklore sort of thing?
I believe there's a book called the Pennacotic Manuscripts. That
Oh
covers...
fuck! Not that thing again.
She just nods her head, remembering your experience with the book. I see you're not completely free of your fear. When you're ready, come to me. I can give you a primer, if you wish.
Give me what?
A primer. It's a book that teaches you the basics of something in preparation for more advanced material.
Okay. Okay.
It will be invasive.
What do you mean by that?
It will require you to allow certain parts of your mind to open to uncomfortable knowledge, perhaps uncomfortable experiences in general. Things in the past you have rejected.
Okay. Okay. Is there anything else?
No, I believe that will be all.
Okay. Thank you. Bye. And I leave.
Okay, so you leave. let's go to Kovanen.
Good question. One of the books Katara mentioned was the history of what? History of Redra?
That was one of the books, yes. The History of Redra.
Okay, how do I spell that?
I'm not sure.
Okay.
Spell it phonetically.
Like- Well, I typed it and I'll know how to pronounce it next time I read that word.
Yeah. Cool. Let's see. I'm going to look it up real quick. Okay, so Kovanen,
Okay.
what are you doing? It's Riedra.
I got it right the first time. Redra. So, Kapanen is heading upstairs towards the ladies' room. The ladies' bedroom.
You can't go in
Ladies'
the
room.
ladies' room.
He
Okay.
will Pause on the staircase all the way there. Just silently and calmly panic. Then push it down. He's fine. And then head up
Okay.
to her door.
As you approach her door, you notice it is ajar.
I thought it was a door.
Slightly open.
I get it.
What do you do?
He will try to walk up to the door a little bit loudly. She hears him coming, though she probably knows anyway, he suspects.
Okay.
To knock on the door, but instead just call out, "My lady, are you in there?"
You don't hear anything.
Knock on the door.
You knock on the door and you don't hear anything.
He will make like he's just knocking on the door again, but then just like try to push it open with his knuckles, like, "Oh, the door's open. How about?"
So the door slowly swings open. You see an empty room.
Fine. Does the room seem normal?
Yeah, it seems pretty normal. It's just empty.
You will think for a second. How often can I? The objects I've been destroyed. Did I finish the long rest? Okay, I finished the long rest. He will quickly. No, not quickly. He already has the idea. He'll just go back to his room, place the silver key on his desk again, and since he's finished a long rest, once again, will himself to enter the key to go find the lady in there.
Okay. So you enter. There is the nothingness surrounding the little floating island in the sky. Basically just the misty haze of dusk stretches out to infinity. There's a horizon line that you can see that dusk is stretching out across, but it appears to be coming from every direction. Almost like the golden hour, but coming from all angles. Small river, or I guess a small stream, coming from some of the stones, almost appearing from nowhere, drizzling into a small glade, and then off the edge, there is a doorway cut into an area right next to a small waterfall. You remember this being the area that goes into the staircase down into the room where the sarcophagi were.
We'll just look around him. The off chance that she's just hanging out. If he doesn't see her, we'll head down the staircase.
Okay. So you walk through, and as you go down, as you step through the staircase, it opens up into another sky, the exact same sky that you were in before. However, the level that you were on before is no longer in existence. If you look back through the door, you can see where you just were, but otherwise around the door is nothing. You walk down the floating staircase to another glade that is basically a large floating circle of rock that has runes inscribed in it, and arranged in such a way that the 5 sarcophagi are at the points of a star. The lady is there, speaking to the other lady.
Ah. Oh, goodness. Okay.
As you start stepping down the staircase of floating stones, they both look up, and they seem to compose themselves.
He like pauses at the entrance to this area, well, like you do when you've caught someone speaking privately. But he just stammers a little bit and looks like an idiot.
They kind of look at you questioningly.
My lady? I was hoping to find you and speak to you while I could. You said time was short, and then,
The older one turns into a cloud of sparkling snow, and just steps off the edge, and the snow seems to just sublimate, and she's gone.
And that was
The
previous
old one.
lady that we knew, right? Most previous before
Right.
this young one.
Right. Luna is still standing there. Yes, Kovanen, how can I help you?
Right. Yeah, he'll stand up straight, press any wrinkles out of his shirt again to focus. I have a lot of questions, I think. No, just a few of them. I don't know. And Dreamlands, the nightmares. A nightmare storm blew in, brought in a doppelganger me, presumably brought in another doppelganger Lucian who was, I don't know, evil, and killed the normal Lucian. I don't know, the regular Lucian just died and he appeared in the Dreamlands, back in the Waking World, and then, which means he'll have to go back down to the flesh now instead of normal. I don't know how to do that. We need to go back there, right? Because the Dreamlands are falling apart. And there are things that I don't remember about myself that you obviously know because you were looking at me so intently at dinner. I want to know what that was about. I don't know a lot of things.
She looks around the circle at the other bodies laying on the slabs. She looks
Lily,
back
you
up
were
at you.
speaking about them. He says, gesturing at the
roll
sarcophagi,
perception.
of course. Percept. 21.
Okay. You see a burst of smoke kind of break across the horizon, and you see the silhouette of like a smoky figure running towards you.
And there was that. And there was that. One of those. Last night. Here. No, up there. What is...
She looks over, and she's just staring at it. What and Thalanos is that? Kovanen.
I don't know.
Kovanen, I need you to roll another perception.
Chances of it being worse than that one are so good. 10.
Okay. The figure is just very smoky, and you can't really make it out.
What's the lady doing?
She's just staring at it.
Does it seem to get closer to us as it's running?
It's running towards you. It was like coming towards you at a pretty like decent speed before, and then it just shatters into mist.
Have you ever seen that?
Can't say I've seen that before. That's very strange, Kovanen.
Yes, I suppose it is. I was just about to say that, last night I was here, no, well, up there, my, thing, resting. I saw a figure that was just, looking around, out there, and it seemed to be taken away or dispelled or something. Is it related to the nightmare storms in the Dreamlands? Is that where we are? Are we above the Dreamlands?
I mean, kind of. You could kind of say that. But we are... it's hard to say, Kovanen. The planes are connected. There's paths from here that lead to the Dreamlands. And there are paths from here that lead to the waking world. And, well, it's the interstice. So Scab keeping the Lord of the Fading Dream at bay, keeping... I told you this morning, you know what it is.
Right. Yes, I don't really know what it is that I'm trying to ask, to be honest.
She looks at the bodies.
I feel like there's also something that I just mentioned this legend. I just mentioned this to Zazie, but I was sort of talking about myself when I said that she's sort of the kind to wait until you're ready. And are you going to say that again? You want to wait until I'm really ready? You've mentioned some things like that recently about not remembering yet, and you've been changing.
That's a funny parallel you use there. I think it is a similar thing, except for she's not ready to learn, and it just hasn't come back to you yet. So
I'm back. So it's already come to me. So it already has come to me once.
well, it hasn't come to you once. You experienced it before, Kovanen. You know you had a whole life before this.
I suspect I did.
You didn't just come into existence out of nowhere.
Of course not.
I can't just simply snap my fingers and make you remember everything you forgot. It doesn't work that way. You got to come
does
to
it
it
work?
on your own.
What is it? Time in the Dreamlands then? Will I find it along the way? Is it the same thing that's tearing the Dreamlands apart?
She just has her like arms folded on her chest, just shaking her head. I can't say, Kovanen. I can't make it come to you.
All right.
I can't.
all right.
I'm sorry. I wish I could. If I could, I'd give you back all your memories right now, but I can't make it happen. It's not like that. It's not.
Right. I don't know how to do this one. Right. All right. Fine. It'll come to me in time. I'll find it when I find it. I'll know it when I see it. I suppose. I guess.
She goes back to
So we should-
putting. She's like painting one of the faces of the bodies laying on the slabs. We're running out of time, Kovanen. You're running out of time.
Oh. So we really should go back to the Dreamlands then, pretty quickly.
I think it's a bit too late for that.
Oh, fuck. Oh, fuck.
By the time you get back there, well, the nightmares are starting to break through here. Obviously, that thing over there, your soul, and the nightmares are coming back again. Just afraid that by the time Long Shadows is back, everything's going to fall apart.
So we shouldn't go back. If we do go back, it's just too late and we... Oh well then. So we had one chance and...
I'm not saying
You
it's
were
oh
there for
well.
an
I mean, you
evening.
might be able to go back and do some good. You might be able to learn a thing or two. But I think if you make your way to Gadath, you might find yourself in a really bad situation. Or perhaps you could learn something that we need to know. But what I'm saying is simply going there and fixing it is too late. Maybe if you'd stayed, maybe if you didn't come back when you did, you'd have the opportunity. Or perhaps if you still have knowledge of the spells that you learned when you're there.
We were there for one evening. Failed. That's it. And then that's it then. That's all we had. The only chance.
I didn't say for sure. I think it might be too late. But I could be wrong. You could go back. I'm not saying don't ever go back or check it out, but I just feel, let me see. By the time you get a chance to go back, it'd be tonight. That's how many hours? It's at least 20 hours. It's 20 weeks. 20 weeks of nightmares running rampant. I can feel it rising. I can feel it more here every moment.
I suppose we should go back and try something. I feel like I should leave right now and go back right now.
I mean, I guess you could go by yourself.
Well, that's not going to go well.
How would you
But
get
I
there?
can take all of the... I don't know. I don't know anything. I don't need this.
I mean, I suppose you could use your key.
All right. I remember trying to do that once and it went poorly.
It's dangerous.
Or I remember trying to do something.
It's dangerous when you use it the first time. I wasn't there, but I felt it. You almost got really hurt.
I almost really did. And it will be able to take Lucian there, for real, because he died the first time, it seems.
Oh. Did he?
Yes, I think.
Hmm.
Doppelganger Lucian showed up. One of the Lucians just fucking died. And then Lucian remembered nothing.
She looks at the ground, thinking, perhaps I need to have a talk with him. Do you think next time you see him, you could send him here to speak with me? Perhaps bring him with you?
Can I do that?
You can. I believe you can. You can try.
Suppose I will try. So you're really not going to be... Kamana keeps pointing up, as if like up there's the waking world and the real world.
I have a couple
So
of
you're
things
not
to
going to
take
be-
care of first. I told you that. This is very important.
All right. Well, do we have time for that then if the dreamlands are just falling apart?
I'm doing what I can to stop it from happening. When he dies, she points at the body that she's painting the face of. It's going to open up the floodgates. Things are going to pour into the waking world that we don't want to be there. Please, let me get back to my work.
Yes, I'm going to go. I'm just going to go.
Bring Lucian
I will try. I
tonight.
will try. Bye-bye. Yeah, he runs away. Runs up the stairs, goes up to this glade, and tries to get out of here. Tries to wake up.
Okay. So you step out and you're like back in your chair. And we are now with Lucian and Zamra. Okay. So the two of you guys are making your way up Broad Street towards the Capitol building where the courthouse is. It's all like,
Okay.
It's all like town stuff. We talked about it before. There's a guy selling cabbages. You know what happens in towns.
Well, that was a
Yeah.
different city. That was the Dreamland City. Let's. Can we start over with like some new?
All right, so this guy, he's selling lettuces.
Baller.
And yeah. Anyway, so yeah, the traffic is getting a little heavy. You see some elemental carriages going around. They're more prevalent these days. It's the city seems to be doing really well. It's good. It's a beautiful day. The sun is shining. The birds are chirping. There's not a rain cloud in the sky. There's a couple like cute like little white floaty nimbuses though. So, do you think we could go have a drink after this? I'm trying not to do the friggin' lady's voice. It's so hard. They're so similar. They're so close, but it's not the same. What do you think we could go get a drink afterwards? Perhaps maybe get something to eat. Take me up to the Chalice Center. We could go see my cousin. Perhaps.
Yes, of course. I couldn't imagine.
Wait, are you walking or are you guys on the cycle? Magicycle.
Magicycle. Why not?
Okay, so she's like whispering over your ear and you're yelling back at her. The breeze is blowing in your face, It's a thing.
Okay. Yes, I could definitely go for a drink and something to eat. It feels like ages since I've eaten something nice and hearty.
All right. What do you think's gonna happen? Are we going to get arrested, do you think? Really hope not.
I don't think so. I think we'll be just fine.
Okay. So now here's the part where I'm gonna have you guys all roll. You guys are gonna do a group check. Okay?
More fun.
To see if you get arrested or not.
Well, the answer's
Um,
gonna be no, because I'm not gonna be there.
Well, you get to roll 2 because you were there.
Ever again.
Yeah, right?
I'm
So,
moving to the
um,
Dreamlands to get torn to pieces.
Let's see. I'm going to go back to my notes real quick. Do.
What notes you want? I got notes.
I've got my own notes.
Great.
No, it's not like that. I'm not saying it like, I got my own notes. I'm saying it like, I got my own notes. You know?
Yeah.
Alright, where is
Yeah,
it?
okay, yeah.
Do. Alright, so you guys are going to be rolling with a +3 to your roll, in addition to whatever you guys choose for your rolls. So you can conceivably use anything that that you used in the trial for your roll, like persuasion or performance, or anything that you can basically explain to me how you used it in the trial and why you're using that stat. Zazie, you do not get to participate in this roll.
Can
You don't
I
have to participate.
can I roll a stealth because it's higher?
If I could do that, I'd be rolling my athletics. My-
Yeah, I mean, if you can give me a... Oh, god damn, Lucian. Okay, that's setting the bar really high. Setting the bar really high. You got a nat 20. That's going to give you 25. Plus that's going to be 27.
28.
28.
Because you
Well,
said it's a +3.
Plus 3. You're right. Okay. All right. I want to see an average of 15, or you guys are going to jail.
Well, when Kobanon took the stand, he did his best to speak to the quality of the character of the party. So he will, I think he was asked to persuade, and he will persuasion again. 23.
Oh, God. I mean,
Just plus
pretty-
3, 26.
I think even if you roll a 0, that you're going to be... No. You got to get... Well, we'll do the math in a second.
I
Do the
could.
math right now.
All right, Rose, make your roll.
All right.
What are you doing?
I'm gonna go ahead and add in the +3 already, so don't have to calculate on top of that.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna go ahead and use my persuasion because
You're a charisma
she did
person.
poorly. It's an
All
11.
right. Wow, that's a really trash roll. 11. But that's still got to be at least 15, right?
That's 21.666.
On average.
Right.
Okay. All right. So, Lucian, you and Zamra arrive at the courthouse. Well, I guess actually you guys aren't going to the courthouse. But you know what? Fuck it. You're going to go to the courthouse to get the verdict because you don't want to go back to the Silver Flame and then them lock you up anyway. Unless you want to go to the Silver Flame. Zamra said go to the
No,
courthouse.
go to the courthouse.
Okay. So you guys get there, and then Barb is sitting at the front counter. Of course. She sees Lucian come in.
She's like, oh my god, Lucian, I love you.
How are
Who's your
you,
friend?
Bob?
Who's your friend?
Oh, this is Zamra.
Oh,
Zamra,
Zamra.
this is
Hey,
Barb.
gorgeous. You are so lucky to be with this guy. He is the best. Did you ever try that recipe I gave you?
No. I did give it to my maid.
Oh, your maid. Hear this guy? He's got a maid. He's got it made. Anyway, I already know why you're here.
And she starts sorting through some paperwork underneath. She pulls out like this stack of paperwork, slaps it down. She opens up the first page and you can see a couple signatures from Felt. And she pulls out a small scroll, and she starts to unravel it. You, of course, already know what the verdict is, but she does it really slow. She starts to open it up.
All right, here's your verdict.
She starts pulling it out really slowly.
I'm just kidding with you. I already know what it is. You're good.
You're
So
good.
We're free then.
Yeah, you're free. You guys made it.
That is music to my ears.
Yeah, it makes me happy too. I would have been really sad if we had to lock you guys up. Well, you guys get even worse, get locked up in one of those Silver Flame prisons. You guys have been on the other side of town. I would never get to see a pretty face in here anymore, and your beautiful girlfriend, or whatever she is. You take care of that girl. Look at her. Look at her face. Look at her smile. Zamra starts to blush. She reaches over
I
and
lean
grabs
in.
And Zamra's
I
like,
lean in.
go ahead.
I lean into Barb and say, we're actually betrothed.
Oh, well, isn't that just precious? I'll tell you what, if you invite me to the wedding, I'll make some arrangements with the courthouse, and I'll get you guys moved forward on the list, and you guys can get all your documentation taken care of. I'll do it all myself. You just gotta invite me and give me, let me come to the reception, have a little food, meet some people.
Barb, look at me? Do you understand? Of course you're invited.
All right. Well, you just let me know. You just slide the paper right across my desk. I'll take care of everything. I'll push it right back to you, and you guys will be bam. You're married in Fairhaven. Paperwork taken care of. Bob has got you.
I turn around to Zamra and give her a smile, and look around real quick, and then give her a little tap on the butt.
She jumps a little bit and she looks at you and she gives you the elbow.
Lucian, what are you doing?
She doesn't seem to be too disturbed by it. Actually, you know what? Roll performance or persuasion with that.
Come on.
Let's see you get another nat 20.
Right?
Friggin'
Close.
23.
23.
What's that, 18? Oh, 18. She just kind of leans over and hip checks you a little bit, and then reaches over and just grabs you by the belt loop and pulls you next to her, and she just looks in your eyes for a moment, and then she puts both of her hands on the desk and leans over and whispers something to Barb. Barb just laughs and nods her head. What do you do? All right, listen. I think you owe me lunch. At
Yes.
the very least.
Let's get ourselves something to eat. I'm starved.
Me too.
Bob,
Yeah, dear.
we'll see you at the wedding.
All right. I'm very happy that you're bringing me along, and don't worry, I won't tell anybody that I'm doing you favors.
Well, that would defeat the purpose.
That's right. All right. Well, you guys have a good day. She winks at Zamra and puts her glasses back on and starts maneuvering the papers. She gets on her little gnome stool and starts doing gnome stuff. You know gnomes are. Okay. So you guys make your way to the Chalice Center, I suppose. And I think that brings us back to Rose and Zazie. What are you guys doing?
Rose is
I'd be
Walking
coming
to
back
Karen.
to get the books from Al.
All right.
Yeah.
And Rose would be right outside the door.
Yep.
Hey,
Rose just kind of waves casually. From across the hall, she didn't hear anything. So, yeah, Al sent me here, I guess.
lovely.
Hi.
Well, you can go talk to her if you want. I need to go get some books.
You gonna wait for me downstairs?
Yeah, I can wait for you.
Alright. Till I figure out what's going on with the investigation.
Investigation?
The Murder investigation?
Oh,
No.
fuck!
Why do you think I went with you to begin with?
I don't know, because you liked me and we're friends?
Okay, other than that. But I know you
Um,
probably wanted to talk to Katera alone.
oh, god damn. I totally forgot. Oh, fuck.
Go get your books. Just wait for me downstairs.
Okay.
Pretty sure Al can take it, or Phil, Al. Player will remember that eventually. Al, I'm pretty sure I'll take care of you. You'll be like a strong kid.
Sure. Whatever. Yeah, I'll be down there.
Alright. And Rose will walk across the hall and knock on Guitar's doorframe.
The door opens. Come in.
Alright. Sorry to take up some of your time, Mistress Guitar, or Master
Please.
Guitar.
Come in. Have a seat.
So, Al seems to think that you'll be able to help me with something?
She turns her head a bit and looks into your eyes for a moment, staring.
Yeah,
What
Rose.
exactly do you need?
Apparently, people having problems with words staying still on the page is a more common thing than I thought. But I would like, help getting it to stop, or at least become manageable before the end of the school year.
She nods her head. Rose, I'm sorry to say it like this, but that sort of thing is something we don't really handle at the university. It's a bit, She squints a little bit and starts walking around the table. Well, I'm not sure if I ever described her to you, but she's tall. She's very slender. She's built a lot like Zazie, but a little bit thicker. As Kalishtar are, her proportions are a bit exaggerated.
She's a little finer boned.
What's that?
She's a little bit.
Right.
More
She's
fine
lithe, but then her feminine features are a bit more exaggerated as well, Barbie-like. Where Zazie is very pale, she's very tan, and has a little bit more of almost like she's a different ethnicity than Zazie is, but still has similar, like the eyes and the body shape are the same. She walks up to you and sits down next to you. That sort of thing would be a bit more...
Medica.
No, I would say there is a remedial school you could attend.
Yeah, but will it help the letter stay still?
No. But it will help you
That's
to
the problem.
learn to work through it.
I can manage just fine. Takes me about 3 hours to read a chapter, but
Well, they can work with you and help you. I don't mean this as an insult. I'm sorry. I'm sure it's hard to
no,
hear.
you're fine. Just I'm gonna need to do a lot of reading soon, and the faster I can do it, the better. Both learning and, the actual doing.
She nods
I
her
don't
head.
like what we... Pretty sure Zazie talked to you about what happened last night. I don't like any of what happened.
It's very troubling.
I mean... I don't even know where to begin.
There's a Wynon school close to the university. she describes where it is, and I'm gonna put an X there for right now.
Okay.
It is a school for students that are in general much younger than you. But there is.
Oh, that'll be a change. Everybody seems to think I'm older than I am.
Hmm. Well, then it'll still be there. You'll be much older still. She just kind of laughs a little bit, and she puts her hand on your knee. I'm glad you were able to come speak to me about this. I'm sorry that I couldn't help.
Hey, it's all good. I was also thought Elle would be able to help, but maybe not.
I mean, there's potential that there are ways you could be helped, but I don't know them, and I'm sorry.
Hey.
You could also go to the House of Scriveners. Say the Scribe's Tower. I don't know, maybe perhaps there's some magics that would allow you to read. I'm not aware of them.
I know that Rose just kind of lifts a fold of her cloak. I mean, this thing makes me feel a little sharper, so maybe.
Yeah, Kovanan's got it right. She's like, I'm going to send you to the Derek Zoolander School for kids who can't read good and want to learn to do other stuff good too.
Oh my god.
Thanks, Kovanan.
You're welcome.
Zinging them tonight. Well, I have a few things to get back to, so if you wouldn't mind.
Alright. Yeah, thank you for your help.
And you could always go talk to Grimvor. Maybe he knows something. I don't know. I can't say.
Well, maybe. Be nice to not have a name for this.
There are spells that allow you to comprehend languages. I'm curious to see how that would affect you.
I'm always up for experimentation.
Well, I would be very interested in seeing how that goes for you.
I came out wrong.
I know what you meant. However, I must return to my work. She puts a firm hand on your leg and then presses herself back up and glides back across the room to where she was working and sits back down. And Zazie, you walk up to the counter where Al is leaning back in his chair. What do you do?
Hi. I need these books. Please and thank you.
He falls back on his chair
Oh,
onto the
God.
ground. Then he stands up really quick and stands the chair up and leans up against the back of the chair, and the chair slides a little bit, and he stands and he just puts both of his hands on the counter and, hey, what's
Are you okay?
Yeah, I do that all the time. What's up?
I need these books.
He takes the list. Okay. Do you have a minute? Just wait right here. I'll be right back.
Okay.
Okay. Cool. He stands up and he's just kind of walking away, and he keeps looking back at you, and then he goes off to a section that's marked histories. He grabs a couple of books. He's gone for, 5 minutes. He comes back, lays the books down on the counter. All right, here they are. We have the history of Redra, and he goes through a couple of these. This one's a bestiary, and this one is it's like a geographic treatise on Sarlona, the Isles of Karlun in general. If you want to familiarize yourself a bit with the socio-geographic meanings behind some of the stuff of the Empire of Redra, they will, they'll be helpful. And the primer on the Dreamlands, I don't really know what that is. If you could come back tomorrow, maybe I'll talk to Gatera and find something about whatever the hell the Panacotic manuscripts are.
I don't need that one. I don't need that one.
The primer?
I don't need the Panacotic manuscripts.
No. This is a primer on that. I've never seen this before, so.
I'm good. I'm good. I don't need it. I don't need it.
Okay. I mean, whatever. I was just trying to help.
It's fine. Thank you.
You're welcome. He looks back. Excuse me. At this point, Rose is making her way down the steps.
I turn and I give her the eyes that say, "Save me."
All right, ready to go?
Yeah.
Hey, I was just wondering. And he looks at Rose, and his face starts turning a little bit red. If Rose, if you need any help learning to read, or I mean, not that you don't know how to read, but I'm just saying, if you need some help with going
I'll
over
be sure to let you know.
over stuff, like if you have like something coming up where you need to be able to read and read fast or whatever, you guys, you can let me know, and I'd be more than happy to help you out. I didn't mean to come off like like an asshole before, but
No, you're fine. You're fine now.
So yeah, just let me know, and you know where to find me.
Of course.
Yeah, I mean, I live right around the corner too, so I can I mean, I know that you guys are all at Rogare Mons. I'm like literally a mile from there, so anything you need. And he just kind of like looks back down at the desk and just kind of looks one way and then looks the other. Anyway, I've got all this stuff to do, so you guys go read some books.
I think we're gonna go find some lunch. I'm getting a little hungry.
He just nods his head. Kovanen,
Take care of your work.
you are in your chair.
Oh, again. Oh, jeez. Yeah, so first thing is forehead, desk. Just boom. Right under the wood. Sits up again. Fuck. Curses. Grabs the key, tucks it back away. Then, yeah, pushes away from the disc really quickly, stands up, and will gather his personal effects and hustle out of the house to go to one of the places that his friends said they were going, whichever one of them is closer. He knows guitars at the the library and courthouse. Whichever one's closer, he's
The
going.
library's definitely closer. It's about half the distance. So you wouldn't have been gone for very long at all. I would say, I'd say it's about a 50% chance. Give me any even number dice, and if you roll odd, you bump into them. If you roll even, you don't.
14.
Sweet. On your way to the library, you actually bump into the two of them walking somewhere to go get lunch.
Morning.
Oh, yes, good morning, afternoon, I don't know.
About afternoon. Did you not take anybody with you?
But I went upstairs to need help. No, I'm fine.
When you left the house?
No, because everybody was gone.
We forgot about another important thing.
Yeah.
The whole family
What?
being in town. And, the
Oh, fuck.
the murders.
Oh, the murders and the... Oh, fuck, the family. I think we need to go back to the Dreamlands right now, or we're just going to lose all of it, and it's just going to fall apart, and everything will die.
What?
Slow down.
That,
there.
all of that, what I said. I think. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I just keep thinking about the fact that every moment that passes is. I don't even know how many times as long of a time passing in the Dreamlands. What is it, an hour to a week? 7 days, hours, hundreds, I don't know, dozens of times more time passing in the Dreamlands. I spoke to the lady. She made it seem a lot more dire than I had thought. Because we were there, we came right back, and then we just spent the entire night sleeping, allowing it to go to shit, it seems. I don't know. She suspects that the problem is close to unsolvable by now, but isn't guaranteeing anything, and we should go back. We should just go fix it real quick. Oh,
Real quick. That's gonna. I gotta mention, we still had to figure out how to get Lucian in.
oh, the key. Do you remember when I almost blew up the both of us on the front porch of Grandma, whatever her name was, out in the
Nemo.
woods of
Emails.
what? Grandma Meemaws on the front porch. Well, I was messing with the. I woke up one of you, whoever it was. It was the key.
That was me.
No, I was right. Whatever. I didn't know how to use the key then. But I think I'm a bit more in tune with it now, and I might be able to transport him there with it. You know, for real.
Okay.
Alright.
How about we all sit down and talk about this and talk through this?
Oh, sitting and talking. Yes, the lady needs to speak with Lucian. Where is he? They're at the courthouse? Oh, they went back to the Silver.
The courthouse.
I think I've heard courthouse. I do not want to step near that temple anytime soon. Not until the Inquisitor's out of the city.
Alright, we should go find him. The lady wants to speak to him. I need to let him know as soon as possible. Though she did say tonight.
Okay, so
Right,
you
yeah,
guys,
she said-
you guys go to the courthouse,
Dinner.
looking for
Hold on,
them.
hold on. Kavanan, how about we sit and talk about this for a bit? This all seems very hasty. Lucian's probably still freaked out by that thing. We don't want to freak him out anymore.
He doesn't remember jack shit, but
Which is probably just distressing in its own way.
well, I also don't want him throwing a punch at me for moonbeaming his ass the moment we get back to the Dreamlands and he gets his memories back. Let's hold that one off.
Oh. If he remembers that you moonbeamed him, he's not gonna punch you in the face.
No, he'll like me shoot me. You're right.
I'm disappointed to hear that you have such a low opinion of him. But let's go to the courthouse to find him. You're right, we should sit and talk.
Rose is also trying to make a very bad joke, but she wouldn't blame Lucian if he did, punch her or shoot her.
Okay. I wouldn't be mad if you
She's
beat
really-
me.
I mean, to be fair, she is used to dealing with her brothers.
Okay. So are you guys going to go
It
back and
was a very
talk, or are
violent
you guys
assault.
going to try to find Lucian and Rizama? Just to be
I'm
clear.
gonna try and get Kavanan to calm the fuck down first.
Both. First, we need to go find Lucian and Zarma, and then we need to go sit down somewhere and talk.
Okay.
How long has it been since we left the house? You think?
Mm,
In the Dreamlands, it's been years.
Kavanan,
Go Bonin, I'm going to
it's probably
muzzle
been,
you.
I'd say, a couple hours. Somewhere between 2 and 5 hours.
They're probably grabbing lunch somewhere, and knowing Zamra and Lucian, it's probably at the Chalice Center.
Zorma's
There's no-
probably wasted.
It's not even like 2 p.m.
Well,
Well, she's as lightweight as I am.
either way. Okay, let's go to the courthouse. If the nice lady I think is there, she'll know. Maybe she'll know where they went. I don't know. But she can at least confirm that they were there already.
Okay.
Lucian and
Now-
I know one of the cloaks.
Okay. Good. To be fair, if the clerk says they've absconded to a private room, no. I'm not interrupting that. He needs some time.
Private room at the
wow.
courthouse.
At the Chalice Center.
Oh, okay. So, you guys go to the courthouse.
Need some time.
Blah blah blah. Barb talks to you, tells you that the Chalice Center. You guys walk to the Chalice Center. You get there and you find Lucian and Zamra are actually sitting at the bar, talking to each other, drinking, staring longingly into each other's eyes.
While staring longingly into Zarma's eyes, focused on nothing else in the world, Kovanen's hand slaps down onto the bar from behind Zamra, interrupting everything.
Roll stealth and then roll intimidation.
Meanwhile,
First-
Rose is just sitting back like, maybe I'm not going to be the first one to get punched.
A 19, unfortunately, only a 19 for stealth.
The first time ever. Actually, last session, man, Zamra's actually starting to notice shit. So she, as you're walking up, you go to slap your hand down, and she like kind of pops to one side and then just grabs your wrist.
Oh, well, hello. Not even an introduction.
She lets go.
Sorry, we're back. Let's talk about important things.
So, what have you been doing?
Hello, Lucian, how are you?
How'd the
I'm doing fine. I Did it work? Hello.
Yeah,
What
we can hear you.
We can hear
Okay.
Can you hear us?
I'm doing fine. I'm just oh, good news. We're off the hook.
From
That's
what?
good to hear. I mean, I'm kind of assuming by this point they would have tracked us down. And you
From
know,
what?
The trial.
Oh,
The
fuck.
tribe.
What do you mean at this point? It's been like 12 hours.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. If we'd been convicted,
Oh,
I'm
Yeah.
pretty sure we'd have been in irons by
Sure.
now.
No, that's actually a good
Silver
point.
Flame and all that.
Marching down the streets after us.
Great. I can continue forgetting about them and then not feel guilty about it.
I would never feel
Yes.
guilty about forgetting about them. I hope they leave the city soon. They've been here since Long Shadows. What are they doing here?
Would be a good question. I don't have that answer.
I'm working on
Also,
forgetting
Hold
about
on.
them.
hold it. Aren't you also a paladin in Samra?
No. Meta, her class is a paladin, but she is not a paladin.
Okay.
Yeah.
Her abilities come from her dragon mark.
Okay.
No,
Okay,
I
that
so
makes
many
sense.
of the
So
walls
never
are
mind. That was
subscribe to any of those beliefs. The closest thing I think you could say is probably the Order of the Kraken is a religious sect within
The tentacles.
House Lyrenda.
Ronald?
You summoned
Did you
tentacles that
sneeze?
once or twice.
Well, of
That-
course it's tentacles. It's a kraken. That's our
Yes,
house.
and of course, well, I don't know. I'm just commenting on the fact that I saw you make them appear out of the floor that time.
Well, I mean, it's kind of a thing. It's what we do. It's not just me. It's not like I'm summoning those things. It's different.
I'm sorry. It's my only experience with them. Tentacles, that is.
It's not your only experience
go
with
back in
tentacles.
time and
We
treat you
fought
like
tentacles
welcome.
in. I'm sorry, Rose. What was that?
Making a bad joke. You can ignore me.
No,
No,
I mean,
no, I'm sorry. My only experience means the other things that you just said. the other things is my only experience with tentacles
you
before
mean
you
other than
made them appear.
Yeah. Well, it's a product of my dragon mark. It's nothing that you need to be worried about.
I trust you. I was just, I don't know, I was excited. I made a connection. I'm sorry.
You didn't really make a connection because it's not connected.
Glenn, you're very excitable today.
Yeah.
Such as the Kraken, or whatever you said, and the tentacle thing are
What's
connected.
going on? Come off it, please. Just tell us what's going on. What? You have something in the bag. Let it out. What is it?
Hopefully not a bunch of tentacles that come out when the Dreamlands fall apart.
Very funny.
Because if the Dreamlands fall apart, and who knows what might invade our waking world. And I spoke to the lady, it's very important. Dreamlands falling apart. Every moment that passes, so much time, and now I'm panicking about it. Because days go by.
I mean, she looks at Lucian. Lucian, do you feel comfortable going back there?
Where, to the Dreamlands?
Yes.
Yes.
I mean, perhaps we get a full night's sleep first.
It's gonna be months in the Dreamlands. See, that's my problem, is that I can't stop thinking about that.
All
So we
right. I
have-
mean, does anyone know how to use that egg? Do you have any way for us to get there?
I don't know about the egg, but there might be a copy of the Pentecostal manuscripts in the library. That's one of the books.
Pentecostal.
Pentecostals.
What? Is that not what it was?
It's Pentecotic.
Pentecotic. Fuck.
It's
Christian
Nicotic.
childhood is coming back to haunt me.
My Pentecostal manuscripts. Satan.
Look,
Oh, sorry.
back into character.
That's called the Bible.
Pentecostal manuscripts. Oh. Okay.
Oh,
all right.
God,
all right.
fuck
All
you
right.
guys.
All right. I'm gonna snap my fingers. We're back in character.
Got
There's
it.
a copy of the Pentecotic manuscripts in the library.
You really
Oh,
think that
that's
they're just
one of the
gonna let
books
us use that?
this
That
guy-
sounds insane.
Well, Guitara offered to let me read it.
Oh, I thought there was only, the one.
I don't know.
I mean,
Apparently, there's a copy in the library.
there's only one in the Dreamlands. Doesn't mean that it couldn't exist here in the real world.
Well,
It's
if there's
troubling,
a
don't you
copy of it,
think?
That said,
Why would
I-
she have a copy of it in a library?
well, obviously not in the library. It's in the secret library.
she's the keeper of arcane law. That's a pretty arcane law thing.
No, you're right. It's okay. Well,
Although, from what I understood, she doesn't want to give it to me until I'm completely ready.
What the hell are you? Of course not. There's so much.
what does
of
she
that
have? Some
going
sort of
around.
premise she wants you to read first?
Yeah.
That would be ridiculous. Oh,
That makes sense.
oh, yes. I remember you were not a bit worried about trying to read it again. I think. Is this thing she wants to give you to read it? I don't know. Even
Well, she said it would be, interesting. It would be invasive, and it would show me things from my childhood that I may or may not like.
oh,
We could always steal it.
We're not stealing a book from Guitara.
especially one that she wants to offer Zazie the chance to read.
That's true.
Lucian,
have-
Did you read that book, or were you just? Did you read that book, or was it the other book?
I was the one that was supposed to read the Pentecostal manuscripts.
Oh.
Yes, which one has the formula in it?
Not the Pentecostal manuscripts, as far as we know.
Interesting.
The one that I was reading.
Question while we're talking. How many others are at this bar around us?
I mean, you're surrounded by people. It's a relatively busy bar. It's a busy bar.
Interrupting this, is this something we really should be talking about with this many people around us?
I mean, honestly, Rose, do you think that any of these people have any idea what a Pentecostic manuscript is? And even if they did,
Considering, am I the only one that remembers that there is still a cult running around and they are involved in murders?
Yeah. I forgot about that again. Um,
I forgot about that again as well.
the
What was
family's
the name
in
of the book
town.
that I was reading?
you had the 7 scrolls of Hassan. You had a like a
Correct.
scribed copy of all the scrolls in book form. The cryptical books of the 7 cryptical books of Hassan.
But back to my point. Is there somewhere more private we can talk without being overheard?
We could go back to the man's. I mean, honestly, it's probably the best place for us.
Probably the best place.
Lucian, did you? She looks at Lucian for a moment, and back at everyone else.
You need a moment.
Did we leave anyone at the house? Is it empty?
Well, there's the other students.
No, the other members of our
That's
of
right.
our house.
Do you
are
think
there.
we should tell them? We should just kind of keep them in the dark for now.
I say we
I mean,
keep them in the dark.
Okay. I mean, we did bring them into the house. It's not as if we just, not including them at all, but this is probably a bit over the head, don't you think?
I don't know. Valish is a pretty smart guy.
I still think that we should keep it between ourselves for now.
Yeah.
I agree. I don't want to
I-
start some trouble we can't take back.
Yeah. That being said, I know Yulia already has nightmares. I want her out of the house before we start anything. If we go back,
Right.
just in case
So-
that she was the one that happened last night.
Sure. Well, let's head back and we can talk about what we're going to do, Kavanan, and we'll figure out just the right way to what we're gonna do. She looks at Lucian and everyone else.
I think I have another way, even if the manuscripts don't work out, or if we can the formula whatever to get Lucian back. If Lucian's alright with going back, from what he remembers at least. Yes, Lucian, remember the key that you and
Yeah.
I tried to do something with, and it sort of exploded a little bit.
Yes, of course.
I think that's, the real way to get there.
So, I guess you guys are gonna go back.
Yeah.
You make it back to the house without any incident. It's all good in the neighborhood. You make it back to the house. What room are you guys gonna talk in? I'll pull up the map. Where are you guys hanging out?
Probably in the big one,
I'll be the one that we always go to.
up top, with the fireplace. The green one. The
Oh,
green
the
room we hang.
yeah.
Green
Right.
carpet living.
Gotcha. Yeah, the main living room. Okay. So you guys are hanging out in the living room, chatting about what you're going to do.
Where am I? Where's my...
So Zamra looks over at Kavanan. So I'm sorry. I wanted to pick up where we left off. At the
Yes, I
Chalice
know. It was so
Center.
strange. We all stopped talking immediately when we left, and now we've not said a thing until we got right back. I'll pick up right where I left off.
Well, I wasn't able to
Um,
hear you while we were on the Magicycle. It's so loud, and you were on the other side. So I just had a question. So how's this key work? What does it do
I
exactly?
have no idea. He takes it out from his vest pocket and slaps it down onto the coffee table in the middle.
Well, you have the rules for it. What do they say?
Oh, well, I mean, what I know, what he knows. Okay. Full accent. Travel knowingly. Get money. Gotta look at the item or the feat.
So The item.
Inventory, silver key. You gain proficiency in charisma, intelligence, travel knowingly in your dreams. Different effects are magic. I will display it.
Okay, and display the feat as well while you're at it.
Yeah, it is. It's pretty late. Dreamer. I think the text of the key and the dreamer and the feat are the same.
Okay. All right. I may need to unlock the next level of the key for you.
I think that was a thing. Yeah.
Yep. Okay, we'll do that next week. I'll give you.
So Glenn slaps the key down on the coffee table and says, "I have no idea."
So.
And see.
Hey.
No more people coming in. None of that stuff. It's sleepy time.
You hear the door open downstairs? Yes, welcome. Please come inside. I'm looking for. Well, I guess any of the crew that was in here before. There's Lucian, specifically, I'm looking for. Just a moment. You hear steps. The door opens. Voss pokes his head. All right, there's some bloke downstairs wants to speak with Lucian.
Some bloke.
Does he have a name?
He's one of them bankers, you know, the Kundarak
Ah,
fellas.
yes, of course, yes. Tell him I'll be right there.
Yes, Your Majesty.
Actually, no. No, don't worry about it. I'll just go myself. And I go.
He holds the door open for you. Yes, sir. He's coming down right now. He rolls his eyes at you. So you go down to the main entrance. Lucian, how are you doing? I've got some bad news. Some really, really bad news.
What's
His-
the matter?
It looks like he's about to start to tear up a little bit. And then he pulls himself back together. Well, my son was working with me at the bank. He always had his own things he was into. I never really knew what he was doing when he wasn't around. Pardon me. So, he was going to get things together for you and get ready to go to the Maror Holds with you. He was going to assist in delivering the shard for its protection, remember?
Yes, of course.
He disappeared 3 nights ago and we haven't seen the shard since. I'm really sorry. I was hoping you would come around sooner and take care of it, but I just really hope that he's going to be okay. He disappeared, and this person that's on the loose killing people, taking out all the Lord's children, I can't help but think something happened to him. I don't really believe that my son would steal it. It's not something that he would do. Anyway, if you don't mind, tomorrow morning or afternoon, come by. And he pulls out a piece of paper. This is my address. You can meet me there. Just ask for me. My servants will take you right to me, and we can discuss what to do next. the mayor told me before that you guys are a bit of I don't even know the right words for it, but you guys are adept at taking care of problems like this. So, I mean, it'd be a great help if we could figure this out. I'd love to find my son.
I can't promise that I'll be there tomorrow. We do still have a lot of things on our plate,
He rubs
but
his face.
I will.
Lucian, the shard is very, very dangerous. You know this. We can't wait and need to be taken care of immediately. Even waiting until tomorrow is a big risk. I'm not asking you to come over tonight. Just come over tomorrow. If you can't, maybe in the evening. It's really important. If that shard falls in the wrong hands, he just kind of puts his hands out. I don't even know what could happen. I don't even know what it is. I figured you did. But I do know it's dangerous.
I know is that there's something inside of it.
He just nods his head. Like I said, it's just been missing for the past few days. I didn't tell you immediately. Because, like I said, it was my son's possession. He was going to help. And now, I can't find him. I need a fucking stiff drink. He reaches up and like clasps your shoulders with both hands. He's a dwarf. He's like a foot shorter than you, and he just pulls you down. He pulls you close to his face. Lucian, please, tomorrow, meet with me. Bring your friends if you can. But I need to talk to you. This is important. Promise me you'll be there.
Promise.
That's a good boy. He pats your shoulders. He kind of like rubs his face a little bit. His left eye is a little watery. This is a fucking mess. And he just leaves.
I brush off the front of my suit. Run my fingers through my hair. Take a deep breath. And turn around to go back upstairs.
Okay. You get back into the room. Are you guys all still in the room?
Yeah.
Yep.
See, why not?
What was that all about?
Someone sounded very worried.
Well,
Didn't hear everything you said, but it did sound like
the the curator of the bank, his son has very possibly made off with the shard that I had at the bank.
Okay.
As in, stolen and left.
It's
one-
very possible.
The one that Grimvor gave you to take care of?
Yes.
Not the one from Weir, right? That's the one still in Silver Hand possession or Silver Flame possession.
Right,
Yes.
this is the one that the bank has had for some time
I
already.
don't think it's
right?
another one of those monsters. Do you?
I don't know.
What do they call them? Overlords?
Someone called it that.
It's definitely possible.
He wants us to visit with him tomorrow.
What what did he say exactly? Just that his son has it?
Yes, pretty much.
This is a problem because he's not where he's supposed to be with it, right?
Exactly. He was apparently supposed to accompany me to drop off the shard. He's apparently been missing for 3 days.
3 days.
At that
When,
sound,
when was 3 days ago?
you
How was
hear a click and the door open, and Voss steps in. Or Kin, whatever you want to call him. Alright, let me get this fucking straight. So, for 3 days, a fucking overlord, possibly. Sorry for eavesdropping, but it could be a fucking overlord in some gem you've been keeping out of the fucking bank. Keep it in your sock. Keep it in your fucking bed. In the fucking bank. And for 3 days, it's been missing. Right?
I don't know why you sound so mad.
That's a lot of it.
Well, fucking think about it. And he just looks at you guys. He walks to the end of the table, and he just looks around, waiting for it to click.
His son is the Lycan, and he's been taken over by the entity of the Shard. And
Oh
he's,
my
I don't know,
fucking
fucking
God,
say
no.
it. I don't need to want you, stupid.
Okay, in real world time, Voss, how long has this shit with the Dreamlands been going on? In our time?
I don't know, like fucking 2 or 3 days.
Oh,
Oh my god. Look, how many problems have been dumped on us in the past less than a week? We've had the trial,
Zazie,
And they're all
families come back in
connected.
town,
It's
the
all fucking
Dreamlands.
connected. Remember what I said? You guys go to the Dreamlands, find
Ah,
where it
good thing
is,
that-
and then you know where it is on this side. Right?
yeah, I think we might be able to take a shortcut if we find it on this side of the Dreamlands.
I mean, maybe. When you were in the Dreamlands, was there any area in particular that was having some problems?
Where we
Exactly
landed.
where we were.
Well, isn't that a
I've
fucking
missed.
coincidence?
I don't know. I don't want your stupid attitude right now. I want you to fuck off.
All right, good.
No,
Calm down.
okay,
Hey,
question.
Hey. No.
Voss,
What?
question for you.
Go ahead.
Were there any murders last night?
I don't fucking
town.
know. I don't read the fucking newspapers. Do you see me outside
Okay,
reading
then
the
is there-
broadsheets every morning? No.
I don't know what you read. Do you see me reading?
I didn't even know
That's
there
not
was
gonna-
murders going on.
Oh,
Great.
son.
They're not, whatever, they're not connected. Alright then. So,
I'm not saying they're not. I'm just saying that this sounds pretty similar to what is going on in the Dreamlands. In Dreamlands, a couple of days ago, a couple of weeks ago in the Dreamlands, they start unraveling. I was there. I come back. I tell you guys what's going on. I have some things I got to take care of here. I'll take care of my things. And I come back and I find you here having a conversation with some man outside, Lucian. And he says his son has got some fucking shard. It's missing. He took it. Oh, he wouldn't fucking
fucking
steal
get
it.
on with it.
I'm just saying. For me, I'm sorry. I don't have to. Sorry, I have to tell you how to do your fucking job. But it sounds like to me something is going on here. That's just me.
Look, we literally just got this new information, okay?
I know. I was
Calm
right fucking here
down.
too. I'm not gonna fucking calm
Yes.
down. The dream world, the dreamlands are falling apart.
I
This-
want him to calm down.
What?
Hey, did he give you an address, Lucian?
Yes, I have his home address.
All right. Do you think he'd object if I go ask him questions tonight?
He specifically said that we didn't have to go tonight.
but do you think he'd object if I did?
I'm not sure.
You
Probably
and me
not.
calling Orion Courier?
Sounds important to him.
Repeat that in English, Voss.
Would you like me to call a house Orion Courier? Ask him if it's okay if somebody, talks to
Sure.
him.
Sure. Is Rebecca still in the house?
I don't know. I'll be back.
Thank you, Voss.
Fucking God.
Just nods his head. Leaves.
Like,
You all hear a click as
I
I
might not have
reset
stopped you.
as I reset the hammer. on-
Amber. Fuck's sake, the news was 30 seconds ago. He wasted no time.
jumping our ass.
What got in his ass? He's just
Himself.
been-
He's up his own ass, that's what.
He's been
I don't
like the
know.
biggest dickhead since he's been back. I mean, he was an asshole before, but now he's just like always trying to tell us what to do. I don't like it.
Alright, well,
Maybe
my
he's a
next
shadow
point. My next point, let him. Well, I don't care about him anymore. My next thing was going to be great. We don't have to talk to Lord Kunarak until the morning. We should go to the Dreamlands right now. Take care of everything. Spend 8 weeks. Come back in the morning. Everything's fine. We can just. But apparently they're the same thing. So
Didn't you say we have to go
Don't
meet your
know.
lady?
fuck. I didn't even had time to get around to that. Lucian, the lady would sincerely like to speak with you. It's very serious because I mentioned to her that you died while you were there. Doppelgangers, all that. You don't remember. Unfortunately, I think you don't remember. Right? You don't remember dying and coming back still.
I'm honestly not really ready to to relive my first trip there. So I'd really rather not.
Not
So-
speak to her about it or not go back.
Speak to her about it.
I can't make you, of course, but she made it sound important.
And then how about
I understand. I mean, maybe we go to the Dreamlands and you go there and we have a good experience, and then we come back, then you can talk to the lady. Be a little bit easier if you have, you know, a little bit of good with the bad, and then, you know. I mean, I think it would be helpful.
I think it's going to be
Yes.
good because the nightmare storms are ravaging the Dreamlands to pieces, it seems, and every moment we waste, it's. What's the word? Worse.
exacerbates?
No, what?
That's
Nothing.
disgusting.
Oh god. All right. You know what? I'm gonna call the session right there. Fucking awesome. All right, guys. I'm gonna end the recording.